All right, everybody, welcome back. It is Wednesday. Yeah, I think so. It's Wednesday. The show is on Sunday. We got the ride on Saturday, so that gives me today, tomorrow, and Friday. So I got 3 days to finish this puppy up. We got our good buddy Joey, you guys already know, is coming through. He's got a welding class in the Bayview tonight, so he offered to stop by before. So I got pizza on the way. Joey's gonna be here in a little bit. We got a list of things that we gotta knock out here. So we gotta mount the coil bracket, paint the rear fender, wire the taillights. We gotta tighten down the bolts on the motor and the trans, make the sissy bar, finish mounting the fender. The insulator block on the carburetor right now isn't lined up properly, so we gotta look into that. Foot pegs, question mark, we'll see. Already got the trans and the oil fluid, purchased the round stock already, so we're gonna make a bracket for the regulator rectifier to go in the front of the motor. Cut down riser bolt mounts, right? Gonna do that. Gonna mount the chain, wire the headlight, and spark plugs. Already got those. That feels good. Can cross something off. So yeah, we got quite a bit to do. So let's get to it. So this is what I was talking about, just chopping off the ends of these that originally held the shocks in place on an old iron head. These don't just go right through. I did have to take it down in the lathe. I think I showed you guys. But yeah, recycle, reuse, right? All right, so I bent up a sissy bar using a 1/2" stainless. Welded some tabs on the bottom so I have it bolted up. And I don't know, I guess I mismeasured because I'm about, I'd say like 3 inches from where I want to be. I want to bring this a lot lower, kind of have that bend in the sissy bar hugging. It is pretty straight up and down. Maybe these bends over here are a little too far out. I could possibly tighten that bend up top to bring those in and then bring these out. But the first thing I want to do is cut off the length on the bottom pieces to bring that sissy bar down about 3 inches. Loop looks pretty good. I'm gonna end up bringing that back about 45 degrees to about right here, just a little bit. But yeah, I think also it'll look better a little bit shorter than it is right now. But yeah, definitely gonna work with this, what I started. So I bought a second piece of round stock just in case. If I didn't like it, I'd start from scratch. But yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. And then I'm thinking we're probably gonna be coming off here and here when it gets closer, using a bung to connect the fender. That way I don't have to drill into the fender. But we're gonna wanna be careful with how much clearance I end up getting. So here we go. All right, so we chopped off those tabs, welded on some new ones. This time, instead of doing full welds, I just tack welded 2 spots on each one. And I'm liking that height a lot more. It's a lot closer to the fender. There's gonna be a top mount going across here and here. So I feel like that gap we had before would have made it a little bit uglier. So this way it's slightly closer and It's kind of the look I wanted to go for. Yeah, I think that's pretty good as far as height goes. And then now I'm not so sure if I want to actually bend this back or not, but we don't have to worry too much about that. So I'm going to finish welding the tabs. I'm going to round off the bottom of the tabs, and then I'm going to weld in a little support bracket back here just to help it. And then we'll finally finish off this fender. I can drill into it, add the bungs, and then we will have the ability to paint the thing. I'm gonna go over it with Bondo one more time too, smooth it all out after I'm done drilling through it. And then we also gotta still wire this taillight section. Joey came over and brought some plexiglass. He had a great idea. We'll show you guys in a sec. But he brought little LEDs that he had and his plexiglass that he had left over from his iron head. And yeah, he was talking about filling in these windows here with the plexi, and then there's a red light that's going to be shining through it, so it's going to be blue and red, just like the paint theme that I have going. So that'll be cool. We're going to do that today. He just got done with welding class, so he's on his way back. I'm going to probably even this out a little bit more. Either carve into this or bring a little more Bondo over here so it's slightly more symmetrical. And then we're going to adhesive those LEDs, drill through the fender, match up the wires with the tail light, brake light, and the LEDs, which will be running lights. And then that will all go to the battery. Got our battery under here. Oh, not. We got our battery over here. Hey! All right, so we finished welding up the tabs here. We put on the chain. The trans is mounted and tensioned, like a nice tight belt. The motor is bolted in. Next thing to do is this fender support. So what I'm going to be doing is using this here, this tab. I haven't tightened it down all the way. I'm going to be coming out of this with bolts. Joey had a good idea using either carriage bolts or just a regular bolt, come out of the fender, weld the head out of the fender. That way I don't have to get a wrench on it to take it off. And then that way I just need to put a wrench on the other side. And then we'll make some spacers on the lathe. And then I'm thinking for up here, like I've already talked about a bunch, be coming off the fender to the sissy bar with 2 bungs, and then gotta have some kind of connection left and right or else this thing will wobble. So Joey again had another good idea. There's a lot of people will do like flat stock across here, but we're talking about maybe doing something like a semicircle around, and then I'll be able to bolt the top of the license plate. So I'm going to be running this one. So we'll have a top hole here, and then 2 little pieces will come off the sissy bar for the bottom pieces. So we'll have 3 points. And Joey is so awesome. He came with that plexiglass that he's using for his iron head. And he's gonna help me make little windows in here. So he actually just traced that out, and he's going home to cut those out. So what a dude. All right guys, update. It's midnight, 2 days to go. Got the ride tomorrow morning. It's late. That clock is not correct. It's not 10:06, it's 12:06. Shop is a total mess. Sissy bar is done. You've got the pipes on there. Brakes hooked up. Most of the wiring's done. I knew it. I knew this was gonna happen. We got our coil mounted. We got the wires hooked up. Bolts are in. Motor's fully bolted up. Regulator rectifier is mounted. Still got to wire quite a bit. Well, when I say quite a bit, you know, it's like 5 wires. But we did the hard parts. We mounted everything. Got my points cover on. I'll probably have to come off again. But yeah, right now, before I can leave here and call it a night, I have to finish this rear fender to give it enough time to cure. You can see I've been going pretty hard. Trying to isolate all the Bondo over here. Having the vacuum running while I do it. Oh, we got to do another layer. And then we got about 3 coats of base to do. And then put the flames on. Then the acetylene. Then the clear coats. So I'm guessing I'm going to be here for another 2 or 3 hours. But you know what? I'm happy to do it. I get to do this, you know? This is all part of the game. So even if I give myself 3 months, I'd still be coming down to the wire. I know me. So I hope by the end of it all, I'm just proud of the finished product. And I hope you guys are stoked on it. And yeah, I just don't want to jeopardize this ride tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to it. So we're gonna try to do it all. It might be a big ask, but we're gonna try. It's the most we can do. So I'll get you guys another update before I get out of here. Hopefully I'm smiling a little more than I am right now. It's just, I really hate working with Bondo. It's so bad for you. It's so bad for the lungs. You can hear me, I'm all raspy, even with my mask on. All right, back to it. And in between Bondo layers, I'm just gonna start polishing up this sissy bar. You can see it's already starting to clean up quite a bit. So yeah. All right, it's 2 in the morning. I'm still doing Bondo work. That's gonna be the last layer. It looks pretty smooth. A couple spots that I'll fill in with the filler primer. But yeah, that's the last layer of Bondo. I got my sissy bar over there, just mocked it up. Next thing I'm gonna have to do is figure out where the holes are going to be drilled for the bottom support bracket. And then, yeah, I think what I'm going to do is actually just paint it now, because I got to get that done tonight. So here we go. All right, it is almost 3 o'clock, and I just put down the first coat of paint because I guess I have OCD and I kept wanting to fix the Bondo. But you know what, to tell you the truth, there's still a lot of imperfections in the Bondo, so I don't know if it made much of a difference. But, you know, I'm just gonna hope for the best. So, trying to stay optimistic. I don't think I'm gonna be going on that ride tomorrow just to be safe. If I'm sleep deprived, probably isn't a good idea to be riding with a bunch of people I've never ridden with before, and then you know, gives me some more time to finish this, but I still need to finish the paint tonight. So 1 coat down, like 10 more to go. All right, we got done painting the rear fender finally. It is, let's see, so 11:22, the night before the show. We don't have enough time to do the 2K clear because it won't cure in time, so we're just going to do a clear lacquer finish. Just got done doing the acetylene. I think a couple people were asking what I do in the last paint video. So on your acetylene, oxyacetylene torch, you have the red and the green. The green is oxygen. You're supposed to use this to like superheat stuff. A lot of you already know that. But if you just use the acetylene, you get a really incomplete burn, and that produces a lot of soot. So definitely not the first one to do this, but that's the easiest way for me to get the that black kind of like galaxy look that I got in the frame. So we did a little more silver on the back. We're gonna do the same thing I did last time, use a little bit of carb cleaner as our solvent to take away at that soot. So right now I'm just letting it cool off for a sec, and then I'm gonna hit it with some of that and maybe do another round of acetylene. All right, so we just got done hitting it with that carb cleaner. See there, got a similar effect going on as to the frame. So that came out pretty good. It's gonna definitely brighten up a bit when I go to apply the clear coat, but I'm pretty stoked on this thing. Like one of you in the comments is saying it looks like a frog. And I'm realizing now that this looks like the skin of a poison dart frog, if you guys know what that is. So maybe that's a name for the bike or something along those lines. We'll see. All right, so the paint's curing on the fender. I'm gonna switch gears to electrical. It's almost midnight. So we got this 3-position switch, the on, and then this is a prism switch. It's that starter section that like recoils back, so we have no use for that. So instead of having like an accessory switch, we're gonna go completely off of one prong, one to power it, one to relay that power out. And I have no idea where I'm gonna mount this thing yet, so we gotta look on the bike for a good spot. I'm thinking somewhere under the seat, maybe make a little tab right now. But yeah, anyway, here we go. All right, so it's the morning of, sun shining, and just finished. With 1 hour to spare. Here it is. Here's the frog fender everybody loves. So I'm actually gonna be loading it up. We did get it fired up, but I saw the weather forecast, it's gonna be raining. So I don't feel like shaking this thing down in the rain. And also I didn't sleep. I think that's pretty obvious with how I look. So let's go to the show.
We are here at the Time Flies Chopper Show. There are plenty of bikes built all over. Some have been together for years and some were just finished last night. However, one of the finest examples I'm sitting on, built by Mike